It is officially the 30th anniversary of a Goofy movie. And I must say, in a lot of ways, this movie was way ahead of its time. While there were mixed reviews upon release, clearly this movie has created a cult following over the years, which is why when I saw this DVD at Barnes & Noble for like $5, I had to pick it up. Of course I did. As you may have seen in my physical media video, this movie, along with many Disney movies, have been modified over time to fit a younger audience base. But I was really eager to see this movie in its original form, unaltered over time. So let's take a look at the DVD case and disc. The original cover. The original back cover. Also, like, what is the gold collection? Do you know? If you know what the gold collection is, please let me know, because it makes me feel a little bit special, obviously. I just really love a good back cover, like, even on books. Like, I just feel like you get a digital version, you get the streaming version or whatever, like, you don't get whatever this little blurb is. I suppose you can pause to read. Okay, let's open it. Disney Movie Insiders. I don't think this is real. I don't think that if you like type this in, it goes anywhere. I think it just goes to Disney.com. But it's cool to have these little like mementos. One downside to the DVD is like I always feel like I'm about to break it when I take it out of these things, but I have not broken it. Take a look at that beautiful, beautiful disc. I love it. Of course, this movie is so relatable, and today I want to celebrate this cult classic and highlight all of the reasons it differentiates itself from the typical Disney template. Also, hi, I'm Angie. I talk about movies, TV, nostalgia mostly, which is why we're talking about a movie that's even older than I am. I love this movie. Okay. And Disney is celebrating its 30th anniversary, obviously. They came out with this plush doll. I saw it on Instagram and I wanted it bad. I figured that it was at Disneyland. Should I have Googled it? Yes. Should I have looked more into where it was available? 100%. Was it a reason for me to go to Disneyland on a Tuesday? Yes. I pulled up to downtown Disney. They did not have it. The workers looked at me sideways. They said, I don't know what you're talking about. No, because now I'm mad because I'm walking around the world of Disney and they have Goofy Movie 30th anniversary merch. They just didn't have the plush doll, and it was so cool. I needed it bad. Max as Powerline in a plush? Yeah, I'll give you $40. I don't care. And can I just say that I later found out that it actually was at Disneyland. Like, it actually, probably 3 days after I went to Disneyland and asked everyone at the World of Disney, like, where is this plush doll? They had no clue what I was talking about. Now, like 3 days later, I saw all over TikTok, come with me to World of Disney so I can get the fucking plush doll. Oh my God, I'm sick to my stomach. I'm sick to my stomach. They had no clue what I was talking about. And not 3 days later, it was on the shelves, along with like a slew of 30th anniversary merch. Oh, yeah, yeah. So I don't have the plush in my possession. Instead, I got this pin. And like, still very cool. I don't know where I'm going to put it, but that's what I walked away with. An hour and a half to get there, hour and a half back. It was a little brutal. I'm not gonna lie. I walked away with this $10 pin. I'm not a pin collector. I'm not part of that culture, unfortunately, but I might moving forward with this one pin. Let's talk about the movie. The movie was essentially a spin-off from a series in the 90s called Goof Troop, which featured Goofy, his son Max, and his neighbor Pete. And Disney really wanted to make this movie to show Goofy's more sentimental side, rather than have him always be goofy. This movie accomplished that and more. When I was a kid, it was easy to relate to Max. His desire to fit in, be cool, impress his peers at any cost.
It's a piece of cake.
You watch as Goofy projects his own experiences with his father onto his son Max as he stumbles through fatherhood, causing chaos by way of 1, removing Max from his friends and love interest.
And we're ready for takeoff. Set for adventure, Maxie?
Why are you doing this to me, Dad?
2, trying to teach Max the perfect cast, attracting Bigfoot and forcing the duo to spend the night stranded in the car. And 3, getting a little too excited about the possum park, destroying property at the possum park, and then dancing in a circle terribly as everyone at the possum park points and laughs and calls both of them names. They're laughing at you and calling you freakos.
That's the spirit, Maxie! Whoa, no! Dad, stop, please! No! Dad, this is embarrassing!
Whatever. The list goes on and on. As I reflect, however, this movie really shows the complexities that parents and their teens tend to have. I know I had with my parents. You want Goofy to be a better dad. Less smothering, less overprotective, less embarrassing, less goofy. And yet you can sympathize with his position as a single father whose only source of parental support is his hating neighbor Pete, whose parenting style is bordering abuse.
Maybe you ought to just back off. I don't know.
Wrong, Goof. Look, if you keep them under your thumb, they'll never end up in the gutter.
Yeah. Maybe we'll get into that in another video. This movie somehow takes this tension-filled dynamic and gives us the best road trip movie of all time. Yeah, big statement there, but I believe it. You know how they say that if you want to test a friendship or a relationship, you should go on a trip with your friend and see how they treat the waiter and how they handle pressure and handle a change of plans, maybe how they problem solve. This movie takes that concept and levels it up by letting us in on the intricacies of the Goof road trip, from the big musical number of On the Open Road to a quick pit stop at Lester's Possum Park to a life-threatening waterfall scene and everything in between. We get to see how Max's attitude towards his father evolves and how Goofy and Max can grow as people to meet each other in the middle. Subscribe if the Hi Dad Soup scene in the car destroyed you and made you want to call your mother. I know it made me. Oh, it's so good. So through the movie, we get a better understanding of Goofy's wants and reasoning behind his overbearing behavior, while simultaneously getting a better understanding of Max and his reasoning for being so teen boy. In its very first scene, oh my god, I'm giggling already. Okay. In its very first scene, a Goofy movie really captures the feeling of having a crush. From the title card straight into the dream sequence, we have pink skies and Roxanne is blowing dandelions in the wind. She jumps off into Max's arms. He's sprinting to her. He's fighting through a field of wheat. I don't know where he is. He's in his dreams. He's fighting through the wheat to get to her. And I'm giggling. I'm giggling in the first 3 minutes of the movie. Outside of the fact that he's just a teen boy, most of Max's contention towards his father is because he had a date with Roxanne.
Roxanne, I was, sorta kinda thinking that maybe I'd, ask you to go with me, that is, to the party. Of course, if you don't want to, I'd completely understand.
Well, I was sorta kind of thinking that I'd love to.
He had a date with her, and his dad's road trip is getting in the way of that plan. He's trying to spend the summer with his girl. I don't blame him, you know? Also, subscribe if you had a crush on Roxanne. I don't care. I know you did. I know you did. Everyone, me and all my homies had a crush on Roxanne, so you're obliged to subscribe now. He's flustered. He's clumsy. He hits the... a couple times, just the feeling of clamminess and not knowing what to do and not knowing if you're making the right decision or if you're being funny or corny, all of those things. I can feel all of those thoughts rushing through Max's head every time Roxanne pops on screen. He's stunned. He doesn't know what to do. I get it. I love having a crush. It's such a fun feeling. It is the absolute perfect depiction of what young love and crushery is like. Yeah. My favorite scene of Max and Roxanne is towards the end. It's one of the last scenes in the entire movie when Goofy and Max have made up. They're pulling up to Roxanne's house, putting down the road. And he's like slumped over. He's so ashamed. He's like, oh my God, like I have to tell the girl that I like that I lied. He pulls up. She says, I already liked you. And he's stunned.
From the very first time I heard you laugh. Yuck.
Like that feeling of being 15 and your crush, like affirming your crush on them by having a crush on you as well. Your crush liking you back. Now we're all giggling. I'm giggling. She's giggling. Goofy's through the roof, trying to meet her, shake hands with her for the first time. Side note, shout out to the depiction of Roxanne's father. He appears on screen twice when Max comes to her porch for the first time to ask her out and then for the second time to apologize. He's just a big dog. Like literally a big dog. I am not a teenage boy and I never have been a teenage boy. However, I can imagine that when you're going to a girl's house and meeting her parents for the first time, like her father looks like that to you. I know when I was in high school and having like my high school boyfriend meet my dad for the first time, I'm pretty sure my dad intentionally was like trying to give off this like, what are your intentions with my daughter thing? And like, I imagine that my dad looked like this bulldog when opening the door to my high school boyfriend, apologizing for doing me wrong. You know? So I loved this very small but impactful detail. In the end, in classic Disney fashion, we all win. Max and Roxanne are dating. Max and Goofy have mended their relationship. Pete the hater loses, and Goofy gets to prove that he in fact is a good father. And I, as the viewer, get to jam out for the next 4 minutes and 25 seconds to Powerline's Eye to Eye, which is undeniably the best song made for movie ever made. Like, I don't play about that song. I don't play. Shout out Tevin Campbell one time. Leave a comment down below of your favorite memory with this movie. My favorite memory with this movie is actually pretty recent. My friends and I were supposed to book tickets to a local theater to see this screening at a very cute little theater. There was a screening of this movie, like the big screen, you know what I mean? Like we're like in a theater, and I wanted to book tickets, and my friend said that he would look at the tickets, and he never did. And then it sold out so quickly. So we never got to go to the theater. So instead, we streamed it at their apartment, gathered a bunch of folks, and my friend stood in front of the room as if he was like presenting the movie, you know, like they would in a movie theater. It was cute. It was fun. That was my favorite memory with this movie. Let me know what yours is in the comments. Yeah, amazing. Amazing. Did you have fun? I had a lot of fun. Happy 30th anniversary to the Goofy movie. I have a lot more videos that I think you're gonna really like. So I'm just gonna like wait for you to click onto the next one. I just know you're gonna like the videos here. So I'm just gonna like patiently wait. I had fun though. I'll see you in the next one. Love you. Bye.